On September 13th, 2016, a woman called the police. She spoke very quietly. During the call, she told the operator that she had been kidnapped and held captive for 3 days. There was something terrifying about this call. The woman was tied up, and the man who kidnapped her was only inches away from her. His name was Sean Great. He was born in 1976, which made him 40 years old at the time of that phone call.
911, what is the address to your emergency?
By the Fourth Street Laundromat.
What is it?
Fourth Street Laundromat.
What's the problem?
I've been abducted.
Who abducted you?
Sean Great.
When he was younger, Sean was very popular with women. He could easily be described as a ladies' man. He was charming and almost always smiling. For a long time, the charm hid something much darker: anger, jealousy, and a deep sense of cruelty. The first serious signs of his violent behavior appeared when he was 18 years old. He was arrested for beating his girlfriend. A few years later, when Sean was 23, he broke into the home of his 17-year-old pregnant girlfriend and tried to strangle her. Fortunately, she managed to escape. 8 months later, he broke into the same house again. This time, he hid behind the sofa and waited for her to come home. But she didn't come alone. She had a friend with her. As soon as the two girls entered the house, Sean jumped out with a knife. Luckily, neither of them was seriously injured. For that attack, Sean was sentenced to 6 years in prison. However, he served only 4 years before being released. Even after prison, his natural charm still attracted women. At some point, he began a relationship with a woman named Christina Hilda. Surprisingly, their relationship lasted for almost 5 years. The breaking point came in June 2010. During an argument, Sean repeatedly punched Christina in the face and tried to strangle her. She ended up in the hospital. Sean went there with her. While he was in the room, Christina told the doctors that she had simply fallen and hit her head. But when Sean stepped out of the room, she quietly told a nurse the truth that her partner had beaten her. The police were called, but by the time they arrived, Sean had already left the hospital. 4 days later, Christina called the police again. She had noticed that several things in her house were out of place. This made her believe that Sean had broken into her home and might be hiding somewhere inside, possibly under her bed. Police officers immediately went to her house, and Sean was found exactly where she said he would be, in the bedroom, under the bed. For this unlawful intrusion, he was sentenced to 6 months in jail. Later, Sean entered another relationship. This one eventually led to marriage, and the couple even had a child together. But the marriage eventually fell apart, largely because of Sean's aggression. Now, let's return to September 13th, 2016, the phone call we started with.
Where's she at now?
Asleep.
Where's she sleeping at?
In the bedroom.
In what bedroom?
There's 2 houses right by the Laundry Street. And it's in one of those houses.
But you're at the laundromat?
No, I'm in the bedroom with them.
What color's the house? Is it a crop?
Maybe.
You don't know what color the house is?
No. Please hurry.
So what's your phone number you're calling me from?
I don't know.
And you think it's a yellow house?
I think so, but it's on the left.
Is it an apartment?
No, it's a house.
Okay, does he own the house?
No, he broke into it.
Does anybody actually live there?
I think they've been abandoned.
And his name is Sean Great?
Yes.
Does he have a weapon?
He's got a taser.
Where did he take you from?
My apartment. I was walking with him.
Where were you walking to?
I've known him for like a month and a half.
Is there any way you can get out of the building?
I don't know without waking him, and I'm scared.
Is there a bathroom in the house?
Well, his bedroom is closed, and he made it so it would make noise.
And if you told him you had to go to the bathroom, he would do something to you?
Yeah, because he had me tied up.
So are you tied up now?
Well, yeah, but I kind of freed myself.
Is he in the same room with you?
Yes.
Is it his phone you have?
Yes. Are they on the way?
Yeah, we have officers we're sending. Are you bleeding from anywhere?
Not anymore.
What were you bleeding from? You don't have to talk if you don't need to, okay?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I woke him up.
You just set the phone down.
Based on everything described so far, you might think Sean Great was just another violent domestic abuser, but that was far from the truth. At the exact moment when the kidnapped woman was speaking to the 911 operator, there were already 2 dead bodies inside the house. In August 2016, a 29-year-old woman named Elizabeth Griffith went missing in Ashland. Elizabeth struggled with mental health issues and tended to trust people very easily. Sean had met her a few times before she disappeared. He gained her trust and eventually kidnapped her. He held her captive for several days before strangling her. At the time of the 911 call, her body was in a closet in the second bedroom. Then, on September 8, 2016, the family of 43-year-old Stacy Stanley contacted the police. They had not heard from her for several days and reported her missing the next day. Stacy's car was found on a forest road outside the city. Police believed the car had been driven there by someone else, and that Stacy was not inside. And by now, it's probably not hard to guess who was responsible. Sean had kidnapped Stacy and held her captive in his home for about 3 days before strangling her. Most likely on September 11th, her naked body was in the basement of the house. The last victim in this story, at least chronologically, was kidnapped on the same day. Sean killed Stacy. The young woman knew Sean. They had lunch together that day, and afterward he invited her to his house, saying he wanted to give her a few things. But once she was inside, the door closed, and Sean told her something terrifying. "You're not going anywhere." He tied her up and raped her almost immediately. During the first night of her captivity, she had no chance to escape. After another day of torture, Sean finally passed out from exhaustion. The woman was lying on the bed next to him, still tied up. She was on his left side. On his right side was a phone. From time to time, the phone rang, but Sean was sleeping too deeply to answer it. That's when the captive woman realized she might have a chance. Carefully, she reached across the sleeping man, grabbed the phone, and dialed 911.
Are you still there? Are you still there?
How much longer? How much longer?
Do you hear any officers outside?
No.
Okay, they're in the area.
See if they can come in the side doors, though, like, softly.
Can you get up and see if you can get out?
Afraid of waking him.
Is there a window around there you can look out?
Yeah, but the floor squeaks and it's right by his head.
Are you laying down?
standing right by the bedroom door.
And you can't open it?
I'm afraid without making noise.
Is the door to the house open?
I don't know, probably, maybe. I don't think he has a key, I'm not sure.
If you think you can get out, you need to get out.
Not unless they were right here. Okay, I can hear him. Yes, I do.
Okay, do you think you can get out?
Yeah.
Can you hear anybody right now?
I heard the side door open.
She heard the side door open.
Come out of the bedroom.
Okay, can you get to the door where you can see out? Can you get out of the house? Are you at the door?
Yeah, I am.
She's at the door. Is there a window there?
Yeah, I'm looking out and they tell me to come back. Hurry, hurry.
She said to hurry up and come back. Can you unlock the door at all?
Come on out. Hurry up. Get out of here. Where is he?
Bedroom sleeping.
Still sleeping?
Yeah.
Come here in. Right now. Do it. Don't do it.
Carefully, she reached across the sleeping man, grabbed the phone, and dialed 911. That was the call we heard about at the beginning of this story. At one point during the call, she accidentally woke Sean up. Fortunately, he was still half asleep and didn't understand what was happening. After a moment, he simply fell asleep again. Meanwhile, the call with the 911 operator continued.
Are you still there?
How much longer? How much longer?
Do you hear any officers outside?
No.
Okay, they're in the area.
See if they can come in the side door slow, like, softly.
Can you get up and see if you can get out?
Afraid of waking him.
Is there a window around there you can look out?
Yeah, but the floor squeaks and it's right by his head.
Are you laying down?
No, I'm standing right by the bedroom door.
And you can't open it?
I'm afraid without making noise.
Is the door to the house open?
I don't know, probably, maybe. I don't think he has a key, I'm not sure.
If you think you can get out, you need to get out.
Not unless they were right here. Okay, I can hear him. Yes, I do.
Okay, do you think you can get out?
Yeah.
Can you hear anybody right now?
I heard the side door open.
She heard the side door open.
Come out of the bedroom.
Okay, can you get to the door where you can see out? Can you get out of the house? Are you at the door?
Yeah, I am.
She's at the door. Is there a window there?
Yeah, I'm looking out and they tell me to come back. Hurry, hurry.
She said to hurry up and come back. Can you unlock the door at all?
Come on out. Hurry up. Get out of here. Where is he?
Bedroom sleeping.
Still sleeping?
Yeah.
Come here in. Right now. Do it. Don't do it.
Inside the house were the bodies of the two women we mentioned earlier, Elizabeth Griffith and Stacey Stanley. At first, during the interrogation, Sean Great didn't say much. He often remained silent or gave vague, meaningless answers. But once the police told him about the 2 bodies found in his home, he seemed to realize that denying everything was pointless. And then he began to talk. What he told investigators was far worse than they expected. The 2 women found in his house were not his only victims. In June 2016, Sean killed another woman, his live-in girlfriend. He later showed police where he had hidden her body near a burned-down house outside the city. Another murder he confessed to was that of 31-year-old Rebecca Lisi. Rebecca sometimes worked as a prostitute. That's how Sean met her. On January 22, 2015, he invited her to his house. At some point, an argument started over $10 that Sean claimed had gone missing from his wallet. He accused Rebecca of stealing the money. She became angry and tried to leave, but Sean grabbed her. During the struggle, he strangled her. Afterward, he placed her body inside a large golf bag and left it in the basement for several days. Later, he borrowed a neighbor's car, drove to a remote forest area, and dumped the body there. Her body was eventually found on March 16, 2015. At the time, investigators believed she had died from a drug overdose. Only after Sean's confession did it become clear that she had actually been murdered. Sean also confessed to a much older crime. In 2006, he killed a woman who sold magazines and newspapers in the area where his mother lived. According to him, he believed the woman had cheated him while selling him a magazine subscription. Under the pretense of buying more magazines, Sean convinced her to get into his car, but instead of taking her to his home, he drove her out of town. There, he stabbed her several times and left her body behind. Her remains were found nearly a year later, in March 2007. At that time, police were unable to identify the victim, but during his confession, Sean told investigators her name, Dana Lowry. He even showed them the location where her body had been found in 2007, confirming that his story was true. Later, her identity was officially confirmed through DNA testing, using samples from one of her daughters. In total, Sean Great was convicted of killing 5 women, and those are only the murders that investigators were able to prove. His first known victim dates back to 2006. Then, almost 10 years later, he suddenly murdered 4 women in a short period of time. It seems strange that he committed no known murders during that 9-year gap. It's possible that there were other victims that police simply never discovered, and there is little doubt that there would have been more if the last woman he kidnapped had not managed to reach that phone. In 2018, Sean Great was sentenced to death. His appeal was later rejected, and today, the serial killer remains on death row, waiting for his sentence to be carried out.